So my yard looks like it's been cleaned up really well, at least the first autumn cleaning. The next autumn cleaning will be when all the leaves fall. But all of the gardens were cleaned and sanitized yesterday. Stan and Bob were here and did a great job. My dahlias are still blooming, which is really nice. But it's amazing to come home and see the work that they did. They created a thing of beauty for myself, but long term, it's going to be a financial challenge. But I'll figure it out. I do have some bulbs to put in yet, so I still have some work to do before the first snowflake falls. This one tree isn't looking too good. I have to ask Stan about that. Not sure if it's going to make it. We're in northeastern Pennsylvania. Not sure if our winters are going to destroy any of my gardens. My hydrangeas always come back with a vengeance. It's really too bad there isn't somebody in the area who wants to make wreaths or need some decorations. They can come and get them for free. Walking towards the backyard now. This is, you can see me in the video. This is once was Alice in Wonderland garden, is more now in memory of my mom, in honor of my sister Mary, who my best friend and takes care of me and includes me in her family. And of course the Blessed Mother, how could we forget her? She's the centerpiece of this garden now. So I'm going to try to walk up the hill and see if I can get over to the backyard. But it's amazing. These guys are amazing. I'm so grateful to have them. They've taken such great care over the years. They put up with all my ideas and requests. And going up towards the barn now. It was actually my dad's workshop when he was alive. Of course, all of his stuff has been cleared out after he passed. The plants that were once here along the garage were cut back. See, a big bush was taken out because it was interfering with the stairway. And this garden is really dedicated to my dad. He was raised as a farmer, and it was his tiller. So it's the centerpiece of the garden. So it's amazing to have that piece of history in the yard, in the home that he bought for his family. My dad and my mom bought this property and gave us, the four of us kids, a great home. I'm gonna try to walk by the fence. I'm gonna hang on to the fence. There are some hydrangeas that are going to be transplanted along this fence. So next year, the only thing that'll be here along the fence will be hydrangea bushes. And the hydrangea bushes that will be transplanted here are already in the yard. But because they aren't doing well where they are. Oh, it looks like they really did all the transplanting yesterday. Two of these hydrangeas were in one of the front gardens. There's still two hydrangeas in this garden that have to be transplanted because they're being squeezed out by the rows of Sharons. This garden is a dedication to all of our pets. This is my Rainbow Bridge garden. And although this looks like it's really bare, there are a lot of bulbs there that will pop up in the spring. My endless summer hydrangeas are still blooming. Really pretty. I love the blue. And this hydrangea bush is still blooming. This little garden here is sort of dedicated to the places where I live that meant so much to me. You know, part of it was in memory of my 10 years living on the beach in Swampscott, Massachusetts. That's what that little seahorse is all about, but I need to do something better for him. And this gate was once the gate on my back porch of the townhouse I lived in Macungie, near Allentown and Dorney Park. And of course, Melissa's garden. This is for my friend Melissa Ludke, who is I'm proud to say that she's one of my best friends, the longest and dearest friends, and she's in the Baseball Hall of Fame. I'm proud to say that I know her. I'm looking forward to her book coming out next year. She'll tell her story of what she went through to fight for women's access to the locker rooms in Major League sports. And this was the first garden that my dad planted. It was the first arbor that he put in. But of course I put in the hydrangeas. We have a little yoga studio going on here. And of course we have our make way for ducklings. Not all ducklings there. But that reminds me of Boston and the story Make Way for Ducklings that goes through Beacon Hill and down to the public gardens. And this teeny tiny garden is in honor of my brother, who was an aeronautical engineer for many years and worked on the space shuttle. And his little dog, who passed away, Max. This is Max. I call this Max's Hanger. And then this is my cutting garden. So in here all spring I have delphiniums and coneflowers, and I planted this 3 years ago when Mary opened the tea house with the thought that we would always have fresh flowers from my yard to put on her tables when she had parties there. And then this garden has a history. I'm going to do a video all on its own of this garden, but this garden is in memory of Carol. Now known as the Three Sisters Garden. So I added the stone and I added these angels. One for each of us. A couple of daisies still in bloom. I planted daisies around this garden because the daisies were her favorite flower. And that angel with the green ball, green was Carol's favorite color, and that angel was put there after she passed 12 years ago. Of course, I have all these little ornaments in my yard. Can't really see, but there's a stone duck there. And then more summer endless blooms in blue. The blue is still vibrant. I mean, just gorgeous. I really want to thank Stan and Bob for taking such good care. And this was a garden that we planted last year. It was called the Secret Garden because it's tucked away behind the property, behind the other gardens. You really can't see it unless you know it's here. You walk back to see it. So I think next year we'll probably put perennials in there. I won't have to worry about upkeep and care. I just have to show that these dahlias are gorgeous. The colors and whatever are just so beautiful. So many blossoms. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of work on this garden. This is where the old rotting tree came out. The birds enjoyed it for many years. Now something else was put there, a magnolia tree that I just bought, so hopefully I'll live long enough to see it grow to its height and beauty. My repurposed bird bath, thanks to Maxanne. The bird bath was damaged, so I put a frog in there that she gave me and filled it with succulents. I don't expect the plants to winter over, but I will replant next year. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little walk around of the gardens this morning. I was away all day yesterday, so when I came home, and I really didn't get a chance to see what the yard looked like until this morning. I came out this morning. There's just one last thing I want to show you is this berry tree, which was pollinated by the birds and the bees from a neighbor's holly bush. This tree, I can't remember the name of it, but and I don't know if this is the male or the female, but it needs a companion, and its companion lives across the street. So I want to thank my neighbor, Joe and Marcia from across the street. Their holly bush gave life to this tree, so looking forward to seeing the birds in the wintertime and the red berries against the white snow. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my walk around. Have a good day and God bless.